everyone, this is Kurisu, and tonight we're going to be continuing work on our channel emotes. Tonight I decided to work on this laughing emote. That's one that's going to be in our list of animated emotes. That will be replacing, one moment, that will be replacing this emote right here. Hi, Hambone. Are you being a good boy tonight? Came over to say hi to everybody. Silly. You wanted to give forehead kisses too. You're adorable. You're such a good boy. Have fun playing Monster Hunter Sniper. So, question for everybody who's here. What was the most exciting thing you did today? Doesn't matter if it wasn't anything super exciting or if it wasn't the, like, most fantastic day you've ever had, but just something you enjoyed about today. It's always fun to share something positive. Eat ramen and finishing your sona. That's awesome. Yeah, that's always a big accomplished, like, just a feeling of accomplishment when you finish something like that. Because, like, I'm sure you've put a lot of thought into how you wanted your character to look. And, like, actually putting it into sort of a visual situation where, like, you can actually share it with other people is always really cool. So, what's everyone want to talk about tonight? Right now, I'm kind of just working on this emote. Really excited to get this one done because it is an update for my laughing emote. I wish when it showed the emotes on the screen, it would show the animations as well. But you can still see it in the little chat, the chat box in the screen. What's my favorite toppings for ramen? I really like egg on top of ramen. An unexpected one, like that I didn't think I would enjoy. I actually kind of like seaweed, because on ramen, like, I don't know, like, because it's kind of just dried seaweed leaves, and it has like a really slightly like vague taste of like something similar to the way that tea tastes. Like, because it's not just like a leafy green sort of flavor. So yeah, I don't know. That was a topic I didn't expect to enjoy. Oh my gosh. Puppers is barking up a storm out there. One moment. welcome to chat, TJ. How's it been? Right? The past year has definitely been an adventure. An adventure that I don't want to go too far into details about. But I am happy to answer questions if you have any. That said, some of the events were a bit traumatic, so Florida's frozen. Oh no. On that note, if you live in an area where you don't typically get snow, please be very careful on the roads. Generally speaking, give yourself about 2 to 3 times the distance you would normally need to stop, if not more. It just depends on how quickly you're moving. Definitely move slower than you normally would, etc. And honestly, driving on snow is better than driving on ice, but if you can avoid driving on both, I recommend it. And that was Snow Tips with Kurisu. Hey, welcome to chat, Lone Wolf. How's it going? You got a Quest 3S and a new monitor for your PC. Awesome. That is definitely always exciting. PC upgrades are always the best upgrades. Yeah, an emergency shovel is always a plus. That is actually something I don't have with me, but I do have my, my extra ridiculous snow scraper, or ice scraper. And I'm sure I could use that for those purposes if I needed to. I have had a sore throat because the temperatures have been all up and down. It's been rough. Oh, I thought you meant it sounded scratchy, cause like it my voice is definitely a bit like, I don't know. It's been a bit off lately just because of the temperature changes. But yeah, sorry for misinterpreting. And actually, thinking about it, I've never had oolong milk tea before. I've never had just like regular oolong tea, to be honest. Does it like compare to anything? Tonight I actually have black tea. I wanted to change things up a bit. Yeah, like I said, it it's a little off because the temperatures have been all over the place, so usually it's not very raspy. It's just kind of right now because I'm like, temperatures. Like right now it is 11 degrees Fahrenheit outside in Ohio. Says it feels like -1 with the wind chill, so yeah, Puppers decided she wanted to bark at whoever's outside. That is our backup co-host for tonight, Hoki. Tonight's co-host is Hambone. For anybody who isn't familiar, those are my doggos. They make life simultaneously amazing and challenging all at once, but I can't imagine life without them, so here we are. Oh my gosh, Hoki. She always wants to say hi to everybody. Right now it sounds like somebody's probably taking their dog outside, like one of the neighbors, because she always, always, always has to tell me, hey, I want to go outside and say hi to them. And I always have to tell her, Hoki, we can't do that because you are too much sometimes. Like, she gets way, way too excited. And like right now you kind of hear her barking a bit. But like when she gets excited and she sees another dog, sometimes she will make this just horrible, like, screeching sound. Like she's like crying and whining and barking and like growling, but like a hey, pay attention to me growl all at the same time. And it like legitimately sounds like somebody is torturing her or something. And I always have to like try to get her to stop because I'm like, oh my gosh, we do not need everybody thinking that you're over here in pain when you just want to say hi to everybody. I guess just the excitement is too much for her to handle. Yeah, I mean, It could be worse. Could be better. Could be a lot better, honestly. But I try not to complain. By the way, it is Q&A night. If anybody has any questions, concerns, or comments, mostly focus on the questions, but you're welcome to share whatever. All I ask is that you keep it appropriate. And for anybody who is curious or wants clarification on what is appropriate, if it is explicit in any way, not an acceptable question, or mostly just try to keep things appropriate for all audiences. In addition, I don't answer any personal information in an identifying type. It's like you gotta set aside 400. Yeah. See, I'm torn on whether or not I want to get it, because I'm like, you know, it's cool and all, but I barely even touch the Switch I have already, because I'm always on my PC anyway. Like, I might consider it if there's some sort of Switch exclusive that I really want to play. But, of course, they're going to release Pokemon games, so of course I have to buy it. Just might not be right away. Legends games are always good. See, I got the first one, see, I don't know if I am pronouncing this correctly, because I've heard multiple different pronunciations, but I don't know if it's Arceus or Arceus, because I've heard both, and, like, people have tried to say that, like, people have tried to argue that both are accurate, like, not somebody saying that both of them are accurate, but I've heard people try to argue towards either side of that, and I really don't know. I'm gonna have to confirm, but I was pretty sure it was Arceus with a hard C, but I really don't know. I want to verify. Honestly, I just call it the XD or XD emote, like the way it's typed. It also matches the face. Yeah, I think the animated one has a different name. I don't remember what it was. because I already used that for the non-animated version of the original. But it'll just be XD once I get this one finished and uploaded. I'm assuming it's Zygarde. If not, then it probably... Well, yeah, Z is Zygarde. Yeah, we don't share spoilers here. Because, like, typically, unless you're sharing something that is in a trailer, don't share it. Which I haven't seen the trailer, so I don't know if it is or not. But yeah. Because, like, it's one thing if it's speculation, which if it is, please clarify that. But yeah, we're really sensitive about spoilers here. I mean, yes and no. Again, we do not share spoilers. Thank you. So I don't care if a game is 20, 30, 40 years old. If there is something that is a major plot point that is not introduced in the trailer or like within the first 10 minutes of gameplay, please don't share it here. So yeah, that is a warning. I don't typically give warnings. Yeah, I am not going to acknowledge your statement. But that said, there have been things leaked in the past, and like I said, regardless of circumstances, we don't share spoilers here. If it's not a spoiler and speculation, please clarify that. And that is all I am going to say on that subject. Thank you. Hey, lettuce. You wonder if the game is going to be an open world game like Scarlet and Violet. I mean, a lot of the Pokemon games are leaning towards that, but I guess we'll find out when we find out. Yeah, Hoki says hello. Ah, that's exciting. The cry emote was just approved. 1 second here. I'm gonna refresh and then we can share it in chat real quick. You hope the Mega Evolutions are much more detailed? It's hard to say. I don't know, I've never played that. Like, this is gonna sound really silly, but like, I know of E.T., but I've never actually seen the movie. I figure that's probably gonna be the game that they end up releasing with the Switch, so I'm guessing I'll probably end up having to get the Switch 2 when it comes out because of that, because I'd really like to stream Pokemon Legends ZA. Definitely on my list of games that I plan on playing, but I don't know how soon. It's like literally everything right now is sort of dependent on when I clear out all of the art projects that I want to get done, because that's been my priority for a little bit. It took Nintendo advertising the NES as a toy to restart the industry. Oh my gosh. The company was so embarrassed by the game, they literally buried it underground. Oh my gosh. And the funny part, like, I've never even heard about this game, so it must have been really awful. I mean, either that or it was just like too hard and people couldn't handle it. It's hard to say. Because, like, I know games back then didn't really give you any explanation whatsoever. Made Flash games. Oh, AI made Flash games had more depth. Oh my gosh. They're remaking Sonic Heroes. You know, I never played Sonic Heroes because, let's see, what was I playing at that point? Because Oh, it's because, see, it's always funny thinking back to why I didn't have certain games, and it's like, oh, my parents didn't buy it for me, so I didn't have it. Because I did have a PlayStation, which I think at the time, I don't remember if it was PlayStation exclusive or if it was on all the consoles. But a friend had brought it over and I played like one level, but that's it. And it was just like the starting level. So it wasn't anything too drastic. Cause like, I like the whole concept of it. It seems like a neat game, but I've never actually like done a playthrough. So that might be something I'll consider. I think I don't remember. I think my younger brother might have had that one, but when Sonic Unleashed came out, I was in like that awkward period of time where I'm like, it's not cool to play Sonic games, so I didn't. And I'm kind of just like looking back, like, why didn't I? Because I didn't like stop enjoying them. I was just like, no, that's the game that kids play. And then I kind of just got over that because I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna play the games I like and go about my day. I don't care. That's good to hear because I did not hear anything positive about Sonic 06. That's weird. Somebody's calling me. 1 second. Well, never mind blocking a number because they hung up the second I picked up. I also tried Frontiers. Yeah, I started playing Sonic Frontiers and then I got distracted. I haven't gone back to it. I think if I did start a playthrough, or if I did continue my playthrough, I'd probably just start over from the beginning because I hadn't really gotten very far. Like, I'm pretty sure I was still, like, in the sort of, like, kind of tutorial stage-ish. Like, I had not made any important progress with Sonic Frontiers. Yeah, usually when I get spam calls, I answer in French. By the way, I'm not fluent by any means, but it's usually enough to throw somebody off enough that they'll just hang up. But yeah, like literally I picked up and the call disconnected immediately. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if I knew Klingon, I would definitely do that. Let's see, you gave up after the first mini-boss open world Sonic games. Yeah, like, I prefer the side-scrollers just because, like, when I think Sonic, I think side-scrollers because that's what they always have been. Like, when I say always, I mean, like, those are the games I played. Which is crazy because, like, some of the open world ones are still, like, they've been around a while. Oh my gosh. That is messy. So that's one word that I don't say when I answer the phone, because that's one that they can record and use for certain verification and different things. Because, like, I know you're saying, like, specifically monotone and enthusiastic, but wait, monotone and enthusiastic? Anyway, it's not exactly hard to find somebody's name and fake it, though. But yeah, typically I tend to give, like, as little useful audio as possible. That sounded like either a really low-flying airplane or a helicopter. I don't know if anybody heard it or not over the mic. It was just a little unexpected, I guess. But yeah. Yeah, playing Disney music in the background will definitely get most things shut down because Disney is like, no, that is ours. Do not use it for anything. Because, like, I mean, you know, everything on the internet's true, but I have heard stories about people allegedly, like, playing Disney music, like, at their wedding ceremony, and then, like, videos going viral, and Disney being like, nope, you're deleting all of that. They're like, this is our wedding, and Disney's like, we don't care. But again, that's just hearsay. Let's see. Disney are just quick cash grabbers. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think Disney has kind of lost their touch. Because like at this point, they don't even care about producing anything that's like decent quality. They're just like, what is going to sell the most merchandise? It's kind of disappointing, really. Because like they used to make things that were actually kind of interesting, but that ship has sailed. What's that, sniper? You don't know what company, but they want to remake the film Holes. And this time they want to gender swap the whole cast. See, I have mixed feelings about when they do things like that. Because it's like, I get that they are trying to, like they're trying to be more inclusive, but in some ways I feel like it kind of takes away from the original concept of the characters. Because like, I don't know, like what if somebody really related to the characters the way they were and now they can't? I don't know. Like, not to say that something that simple should prevent somebody from, I don't know. Like, it goes both ways. Like, I see both arguments with that, but it really just depends on how it is, trying to think of the way I want to word this. Like, it depends on how everything's presented. This is why we can't have nice things. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because I guess what I'm trying to get at is rather than taking a character that was originally one way and changing them, why not make a new character that's better? Like, I don't know. There's like so many things nowadays, like whether it's movies or books or video games, like almost everything's just a remake, and I'm kind of just like, you know, have we forgotten how to make something new? I don't know. But at the same time, like when it comes to Holes, like, because I've read the book and the movie is almost like 100% like the same as the book, which is really, really rare. So like, I'm guessing the only way they feel they can, like, hope to live up to what the original movie was would be making drastic changes to the cast. But who knows? I don't think I'd be able to answer questions about Monster Hunter, but I can try. Hey, welcome to chat, Dark. How's it going? So, Dark Ecliptic Heart is joining the chat and starting the rave tonight. With our rave and rave frog emotes. Yay! Also, Hoki says hi. Let's see. Which of these three you hate the most with all your life? A. Ferocious Rajang, Amatsu, Primordial Malzeno? So we have Hoki, Hoki, and we have Hambone, Hambone. I would guess probably A, Sniper, but I'm not sure. You spelled it like hockey. You're good. Aw, that's okay, Dark. I appreciate you for stopping by. I hope you have a good time adulting. Be safe and try to have the best time you can. So what's everyone want to talk about? Any fun and exciting, interesting plans for the weekend? As of currently, I have 0 plans and plan to hang out with the doggos all weekend. That's usually what I prefer to do anyway. So I guess I do have plans, just none to go out. Also, I apologize for not being super talkative tonight. I tend to get kind of distracted sometimes when I'm working on art, but I try really hard not to. If I could turn into any bug, what would you be? So, serious question before I answer that. Are we talking about specifically insects? Are we also including arachnids? Do you include sea bugs? The ones that live under the ocean? Or are we just talking about, like, you know, bugs that exist on land? Aww. Hambone just woke up and he made the cutest little yawn noise. You're such a good boy. Good morning, Hambone. His issue is that sometimes when he falls asleep in his hoodie, he scoots around weird. So I have to adjust it because he's like trying to escape. Oh my gosh. Any except for arachnids. Why do arachnids not count as bugs? Because on that definition, that means that we do probably limit that to insects, which is fine. I just want to make sure that I answer you correctly. Because as far as insects go, I would say probably a Luna moth, a mantis of some sort, or maybe a cicada. I think cicadas are the coolest. Like, I love the way they scream when they wake up. Because they're like, I'm gonna sleep for 15 years, and then I'm going to scream for a week straight and die. They're very dramatic. I won't go into details about what the screaming's all about, but yeah. Bugs have a certain amount of eyes, like spiders, scorpions. Bugs have 8 legs and have a certain amount of eyes. What? Oh yeah, like, because there are a lot of things that can be acknowledged as bugs that are not just insects. That's why I asked, because I think you're referencing insects specifically. You would be a scarab. See, that is one type of insect that I don't really care for. Like, I'm not a huge fan of beetles because I don't like the way their feet are. I don't like their little grabby claw feet, which I know a lot of insects have those. It's just less pronounced. I don't know. I just always feel like they're going to get stuck in my hair, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Which is like oddly specific because that's only happened a few times, but still. The way I say it made you laugh. Oh my gosh. Are you talking about like when I said they have their little grabby feet? Because that's exactly what they have, like, because they have like little hooks at the tips of their toes. Which like they look really really cool, but I I don't like beetles walking on me or like crawling or anything. Like that's one of those insects that can be admired from a distance. Oh my gosh, Sniper. But the thing is, if you turned into a scarab, I would probably know it was you because it would, you know, it would be carrying cheese or something. Large tarantulas can oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to look into that. That's really awesome. Oh my gosh. Just another reason to love tarantulas. They're so adorable. Like the way they eat with their little mandibles. I knew they could hiss. Wait, are you talking about scarabs or tarantulas? Because I know tarantulas can make kind of like a hiss noise. See, I know scarabs don't eat cheese, but if you could turn into one, I know that you'd probably be carrying some cheese around with you. Hey, welcome to chat, Icy. Thanks for the alert. I hope you are having an excellent night. If you have any questions for Q&A before you go into full lurk mode, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy hanging out in the shadows. Let's see. Rosny tarantulas often use stabilizing bites, which are light and have no venom. No worse than a cat scratch. Yeah. Like, I've heard that those are one of the more docile varieties of tarantula. Oh my gosh, don't do that, Sniper. Like, that's one of those things where, like, if I felt a beetle crawling in my fur, like, I would probably puke just because of sensory overload. Like, that's not a thing that Heracross. Oh my gosh. See, and like bug type Pokemon, like when it comes to the beetles, are so much more tolerable than like actual beetles because they don't have their little grabby feet. Like they're just like, I don't know. They're just like little circles at the ends of their legs. Oh my gosh. Every day is an adventure. People are selling their own phones for over $10,000 that already have. Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. Wow. I don't know why anyone would ever pay that much for an iPhone. But I'm not gonna start that debate on a stream, never mind. Disregard. Right. So, to answer your question, Icy, sometimes things that are in high demand but low quantity are things that people will try to sell at a ridiculous price to try to take advantage of people. And there are some people who are desperate enough to get a phone that has TikTok on it because a lot of people uninstalled the app when it got banned. So yeah. Oh, and to clarify, it is not currently available on the App Store or Google Play. So like basically through like the resources that people would usually use to get apps on their phone, they're not able to do that. Not to say that it's impossible to install it. Also, people seem to overlook the fact that there is a browser version of TikTok. So like literally they could just sign in on Google Chrome or whatever browser they prefer to use. Personally, I like Firefox. No reason. Yeah, VPNs are also a thing. Usually I just try to make recommendations that the average person would be interested or willing to use. Huh, this is a really interesting remix of this. Hey, welcome to chat, Kyra. Huh, that's interesting. Oh my gosh, 29 baby bunnies? That sounds like a few handfuls. Oh my gosh, that's a lot to deal with. Alright, one moment here. Just going to zoom in so that's our focus. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this emote uploaded real quick. One moment here. Give me about a few minutes. You put Cosmo in jail, so no more for a bit. That's fair. Sounds like Cosmo has been rather busy. Oh my gosh. That is so many baby bunnies. Let's see, you're planning on keeping 2 of them, 1 from each of the first litter. That's fair. Alright, so unfortunately our emote is pending, but hopefully it gets approved in a day or 2. Maybe. Sometimes Twitch takes like 2 or 3 days, but it could be worse. Alright, so the positive note of on emotes is that I am able to upload to Discord without needing approval. So all the new emotes are in Discord, including the animated ones for anybody who has Nitro. I do not, so unfortunately I don't get to use those. But they are there for anybody who can. Yeah, that's fair, Kyra. It's always an experience to have your first pet that's like primarily just your responsibility. 'Cause that's kind of what Huey was for me. Like, oh my gosh, dogs are such an adventure. But yeah, do we have any preferences for which emote you all want me to color tomorrow? I'm gonna zoom out here and turn our canvas back on. So, let's see. Hold 1 second. This one is missing the text. Alright, so as far as the emotes that we can color, the dab emote is going to be standard emote for tier 1 subscribers, which is where most of our emotes are. The one to the right of the scythe. Oh, angry emote. Rage emote. Yeah, we can color that one tomorrow. But yeah, just a bit of a rundown as far as like my current plans. So a band hammer is going to be for tier 3 subscribers. Which one? Okay, so the fight emote is tier 2, band hammer is tier 3, and then all the other emotes are for tier 1 subscribers with the exception of these 4 down here and the wink emote. So the hype emote, wink emote, hearts emote, angel, and devil emotes are all unlockable with bits, or they will be once I finish them. And as far as animated emotes, so this one is going to be animated. The popcorn is going to be animated. It's not super clear that that's popcorn, but it'll make more sense once there's color. Yay emote is going to be animated. No, this one is going to slide out like my old emote. So it'll basically be replacing this one. Then we have our confused emote. I'm not sure which animation I'm going to use for this one because originally I planned on having it kind of like just spinning. But that would have involved a more circular sort of design, which I didn't go with. Not left. Oh, you said right. I'm sorry, Icy. So, oh my gosh. It's been a day. You said the scythe emote, and for whatever reason, my mind was just like scythe, and I'm like, it didn't register that there was one right here, so I'm like, okay, this one is next to the scythe. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so we will color the popcorn emote tomorrow, not the rage emote. Haha. Good luck with that, sniper. I don't need my car keys. I'm so excited because like we're almost finished with emotes. That said, do we have any last questions for Q&A? If not, I'll probably start getting ready to raid another channel. Same note, if you want to make any recommendations for a channel to raid, I am always happy to take suggestions. Scarab will be Kurisu's new pet now. No. It can be the pet that hangs out outside, which, to be clear, I'm very opposed to having outdoor pets because, like, they're part of the family. So I guess maybe the scarab could hang out inside, but it would need to give me my space or else. Oh my gosh. So is it immortal or is it invincible? Because there is a difference. Probably both since it's a Hercules beetle. Oh my gosh. Sounds like a pain. Alright, if we don't have any more questions for Q&A tonight, I am gonna go ahead and pick a channel to raid. Let's see. Go ahead and raid Icy's channel. Do you all want to watch RuneScape? Or, do you have any other preferences? Like, I'll leave that up to everyone in chat. I'll go ahead and raid Icy. No, it's cool, Icy. I like to support everybody. I just try to sort of give everyone a little bit of a chance to offer their input. But I do like to support everybody in the community when I get the chance. ICEY_024. Alright, so we have our raid set up to go hang out with Icy. If you could all give Icy a follow when we get to his channel, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. I hope you enjoyed this stream and our new emote. Hopefully it gets approved sooner rather than later. And hopefully I see you all tomorrow. I'll be back same time. That'll be 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Bye, everyone.